So NVIDIA Shield TV released two new versions of their Shield TV, the new Tube form and another one Pro.
Both come with Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos and a completely redesigned remote, and of course AI upscaling.
I mean, yeah, it sounds good, well and all on paper, but how well does it hold up in reality? Is it the best Android TV out there? And how well does it compare to the older version from NVIDIA? Well, I'm Vamsi from Smart DNS Proxy, and I've been testing the new Tube version for quite a bit, and I quite like it, and here's why. Let's start with the unboxing first though.
In the box you get the cylindrical Shield tube and the power adapter, also the remote. And I have to say, the power adapter is so much better than the 2017 version. It's sleek and compact, and unlike the other versions, which was massive enough to, block the outlets behind the television. Another thing that has improved a lot is the remote. The new Shield TV comes with a triangular shaped remote, which is easy to hold and rests quite well in the palm of your hands. It's got some new features as well, but we'll come back to that later on. Coming back to the Shield TV, you get a tube-shaped streaming stick with ports for power and Ethernet at one end, and HDMI and microSD port at the other end. This means you can plug an HDMI cable into one end and a power cable on the other, and then you can hide it behind pretty much any TV. However, there's no USB ports, which, with that you can't watch media from your SSD or even your hard drives, like you used to do with 2017's Shield TV. If you want a USB port, you have to spend about $50 and get a Shield TV Pro, or use the micro SD card slot as a workaround.
On first appearance, I quite like the sleek and slim hardware design, but the only concern that I have is the 2GB RAM, whereas compared to the old one, which had 3GB RAM. But does it have any impact on the performance though? Let's compare both of them and see for ourselves.
The first thing you'd notice is the interface, which is pretty much the same on both Shield TVs. That is, the stock Android 9.0 with Netflix, Amazon Prime and Google Play Store. And while the 2GB of RAM is not an issue when you're streaming on Netflix or even Amazon, but it does have an impact on high-end Android games, although you'll still be able to play most of the NVIDIA Shield GeForce games in the 2019 console. I have to say, my favorite feature about the Shield software is the new Shield TV app, where you can always use the Android TV's official app to control your TV, but to be honest, that one always sucked for me, so I prefer using the dedicated Shield TV app instead. You can use the app to launch apps or control your Shield TV with the touchpad, which is quite useful if you're lazy to pick up the remote.
So the interfaces in the new one is quite similar to the old one, or any Android TV for that matter, but the only thing that new one's got is
Dolby Vision and AI upscaling. Although, do keep in mind, for Dolby Vision to work, your TV and your apps need to support it. It's kind of like 4K. As of now, popular streaming sites like Netflix, Prime Videos and Disney Plus support Dolby Vision. Another most highlighted feature of Shield TV 2019 is the 4K upscaling, which basically means that any content below 4K is upscaled to play on a 4K screen. However, instead of just upscaling it, which results in poor pixel density, NVIDIA Shield uses AI to train the model to fill in the missing details based on the set of data. I'm still testing this, and while it does seem like a gimmick, my initial impressions though are quite good. I mean, this AI upscaling does seem to work quite well. Another major upgrade on the Shield TV 2019 is the remote. Alright, let's compare the old and the new remotes side by side, and as you can see, the 2019 Shield TV has got a lot of buttons. There's now a power button, a programmable button, a button to fast forward, play, pause, rewind, and of course, dedicated buttons to change the volume, finally, and a Netflix button. I used to like minimal remotes, but since all these buttons are something that I use every day, I kinda like having them on my remote. But here's the best part. The remote has a backlight, that is, the buttons light up when you pick up the remote, so if you're like me who watches movies in the night, this is going to be a lifesaver. And like that wasn't all, you can remap existing buttons and control your TV's volume with the remote. We have a dedicated video on how to do that, which we'll link in the description below or the YouTube cards. And finally, my favorite part of the remote finder. So you can use the Shield TV app to make it emit a beeping sound, which will help you find the remote. It's similar to Roku remote feature, and I just love it.
However, there is a bummer though. The new ones don't come with the controller that the old ones got. But you can hook up your PS4 or Xbox One controller, or even just buy one of those old ones and then hook it up with the Pro or even the Tube one. So finally, should you buy it? Well, of course yes. The new one's got better hardware, Tegra X1 chipset, and Dolby Atmos, Dolby Vision, AI upscaling. That's more than you can ask for. The only downside is that you don't get a controller like you used to, but you can still hook up or buy one off of Amazon like really cheap. Overall, if you're looking to buy a easy to use yet powerful Android TV, Shield TV is probably the best one that you can buy off Amazon. And the fact that you can play Steam games or even PC games on it is just amazing. If you like this video, check out our other videos that we've done on NVIDIA Shield TV or other streaming devices. And subscribe if you want to get notified for future videos, because we put one out every other week. I'm Vamsi, thanks for watching, and adios.